Amazon, so this is the Shark Detect Pro vacuum, and today we're going to give you a rundown of this vacuum. Now, first off, the Detect Pro is a cordless vacuum, and it does have a built-in battery. Now, this built-in battery, depending on which model you get, it is removable. Now, in order to remove this battery, all you have to do is you just push on this button here, big button, and it just slides right out. Now, this is good for two reasons. Number one, if you want to have multiple batteries, then that is a good option so that you can keep the battery going. Or more importantly, if the health of your battery deteriorates after a few years of use, instead of having to get a completely new vacuum, you can always just replace the battery and your vacuum is going to be good as you. Now, the Detect Pro has an advertised battery life of 40 minutes. However, that advertised battery life is with this vacuum running on auto. However, if you were to use this vacuum while set on eco, then that is going to extend your battery, or if you were to use this vacuum while in boost mode, then that is going to drain your battery life faster. Now, I am going to give you a quick demonstration of how this vacuum works, because there are some indicator lights on it that you do want to understand. Okay, so right now, as you can see, we have a lot of dirt and just dust bunnies spread out here on the carpet. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you a rundown of the indicator lights on this vacuum and also the different modes. Now, first off, in order to power this vacuum on, all you gotta do is press and hold on the power on button. And once the vacuum is on, it stays on. You don't have to constantly hold down a trigger like you do with some of Dyson's older vacuums. Now, right now, this vacuum is set on auto. However, if you were to press this fan here, that is going to move us over into eco. And what eco does, that is going to help extend the life of your battery. However, it is going to sacrifice on suction. Or if we were to press on the fan again, that is going to move us over into boost. And boost is the mode that you want to use if you have a big mess to clean. However, extended use of the boost mode on this vacuum, that is going to drain the battery of this vacuum a lot faster, and it is going to deteriorate the overall health of your battery. So you basically only want to use boost mode when you have to. Now, we're actually going to go ahead and explain the auto mode on this vacuum. So again, we're just going to go ahead and turn on the vacuum. And this right here tells us that it is in auto mode. And as you can see, there are some indicator lights here on the top of the vacuum, and there are some secondary indicator lights on the carpet cleaner head itself. Now, basically, what blue means, it tells us that the area that we're currently on, it is clean. The vacuum is telling us that it is not detecting any dirt. However, if we were to move this vacuum a little forward into the dust bunny, you're going to notice that now our indicator light is red, and that is telling us that the vacuum has detected some dirt. Now, once the light here turns into amber, that is basically telling us, hey, keep the vacuum where it is, because the vacuum is currently working on cleaning that area. And once you have the blue indicator light back on, that is telling us that, hey, the area is clean. And again, if we were to move forward, right now, this is telling us, hey, this area here is dirty. We are detecting some dirt. You should stay there and continue to clean. And once it is turned to blue, that's telling us that the area is now clean. And again, if we were to move forward, you're going to see that the indicator light is going to automatically turn red. You're also going to hear that the vacuum itself is going to spin up and suck harder. And as you can see, the light turns amber, telling us that you should stay there because there's still more dirt to clean. And once the light is blue, it's telling us that the area is now clean. And again, we're just going to move forward. And this is telling us that we have detected some dirt. Might as well clean this area. And again, if we were to move forward again, it's telling us that we've detected dirt here. Stay here. We're cleaning. We're working on it. And you want to stay here until the light turns blue like it just did. So this is basically telling us that when the blue indicator light is there, it's telling us that the surface is clean. But now here comes the really cool part. Now, as you can see, all of the dirt and all of that dust is now collected inside here, inside of the bin, inside of the vacuum. And now we're going to place this vacuum onto its storage compartment, this here. Now, all you got to do is you are just going to slide this in, and this does two things. Number one, it is going to suck all of this dirt and put it into the bin inside, and it's also going to charge the vacuum up itself. And there you go. Once you place this vacuum onto the dock, every single time that you place this vacuum on the dock is going to automatically clear the bin inside of your vacuum. But also, this dock is going to charge your vacuum up. Now, all of the dirt and dust, it gets transferred from the bin inside of the vacuum into this bin found in the dock itself, which there is a handle here, and this just comes right up. And you can just take this to the garbage and empty it out. There is a button here, and all you're going to do is you are just going to press, and then all of your dirt comes in. Now, one of the cool things about the bin itself is that there are a lot of filters inside the bin as well. So if you really want to get in there, you are going to have to stick your hands in there and actually dig the dirt out. But another thing about this bin is that this bin does have a built-in odor neutralizer. So basically, even if you were to collect a lot of dirt and dust in this bin, the odor neutralizer in it is going to help keep your apartment smelling fresh. And once this has been cleaned out, all you got to do is just slide into the dock itself, and you are good to go. However, if you can't make it to the auto dock to clean out the bin in your vacuum, you can clean it out yourself by simply pressing on the button here. And then that's basically going to open up your bin, and that is going to release all of the contents of your bin. Okay, but while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to clean the filters found in this vacuum. Now, in order to clean out the HEPA filter, all you got to do is you just turn this dial here. You're going to turn this into the unlock position. And now this whole end cap here is going to easily lift. And this here is our HEPA filter. There is a tab here. All you got to do is press on down, and then this just comes out. You can run this over some cold water, and once it's cleaned and air dried, all you got to do is just snap it back into position, and you're good to go. And again, you're just going to grab this cap, cover that, and you just turn this dial into the lock position, like so. And in order to get into the pre-filter, which is inside of the vacuum, all you got to do is you are going to open the bin first, and again, there is a button up here. And then there are these two latches here on the sides. All you got to do is you're just going to squeeze and then pull forward. And now we have your secondary filter here, and you can just go ahead and run this over some cold water as well. You can always run this over cold water as well and get this nice and cleaned out. And once this has now been air dried, all you got to do is you just grab this here, slide it in, make sure it snaps, and then close this back up, and you are good to go again. And this here is our motorized head. Now, this motorized head is going to be useful for both hardwood floors and for carpets. This right here, we have very soft bristles, and we also have these stiffer secondary bristles, and we also have these rubber bristles here, and these are the ones that are going to help you get deeper into any carpets that you might have. And in order to clean this head here, there is a button here on the side, and again, you're just going to push down, and this is just going to slide out. And this again, you can run over some cold water, and once it has been air dried, you can just go ahead, slide this back in, and you are good to go once again. Now, just keep in mind that there are some sensors built into this carpet cleaner head here. Specifically, there is a sensor here, and there is another sensor here on the side. So you just want to make sure that you keep those areas nice and clean so that this motorized head can do its job. Okay, and finally, we're just going to go ahead and talk about the non-motorized attachments that come included with the Detect Pro. Now, first off, there is this crevice tool, which it just snaps right in directly into the vacuum itself. And as the name implies, this crevice tool is going to be good for you to get into those harder to reach areas. The only thing that I do want to point out about this crevice tool here is that it is not as thin as some other crevice tools out there. So maybe the crevices that you can get into with this tool can be a little limited. But then there also is a duster that comes included with this vacuum as well. And this duster does have some bristles up top, and this is the attachment that you might want to use if you want to clean any upholstery, any furniture, or like let's say your keyboard. This is the attachment that you might want to go ahead and use. So with all that being said, that was a quick rundown of the Shark Detect Pro. Now, the Shark Detect Pro is a very versatile vacuum. Now, personally, I really do like the indicator lights up top, which tell you if there's any dirt that the vacuum is currently working on picking up, because it's going to help you make sure that before you leave an area, it is clean. I also enjoy the rather small form factor of this vacuum, but the really cool thing about the Detect Pro is the auto docking station, which every time that you attach this vacuum onto the dock, it is going to automatically empty itself out. And all of that dirt, it gets stored inside the bin. Now, even though the dock itself is storing a lot of dirt and dust, thanks to the odor neutralizer, even if your dirt and dust stays in the bin for a very long time, it's not going to start stinking up the place because of the odor neutralizer. And then there's also the fact that since the dock also serves as a charging base for the vacuum, that means that every single time that you reach for this vacuum, it is going to be fully charged and it is going to be fully emptied out.